Hello Galaxy Commanders and welcome to this video for Infinite Galaxy. As you can see, I'm already in the game update notice and it is live, at least on some servers. More information you can find on the official Discord, which servers got the patch already. Those who didn't get it will receive it next week as far as I'm informed. So um, that's how it is. Let's take a look into this. So we do have finally the change of the battle mechanics. After the update, every type of spaceship will prioritize attacking the same type of enemy spaceships within their range. So this is great news, in special for those who were running frigate fleets in events, because they were taking all the repairs while the cruisers were standing a little bit back and, yeah, don't take much repair. So good thing, at least for events, that's sure. For everything that is like single attacks, we have to see how this works out, how it changes. Um, I'll make a dedicated video about this. There were some stats adjusted to the three types of warships. Frigates got their attack increased and reduced HP. They optimized the value of shield and armor. We will see that the Hydra and the Chimera frigates, they are closer together. Um, I did a quick check for tier 10, and how it looks like is that the HP got down 25%. The armor, so now that's a little bit difficult. The armor got up 39%, but now it depends on which type you look. But for tier 10, it got up 39%. The shield, same thing there. For tier 10, it got down 28%. Um, but that's what they mean. They got these two types closer together. One type was highly based on armor, the other type highly based on shield. Now they are much closer together there. Um, Very interesting. Something I did not see them writing here anywhere. Um, Maybe I'll find it later. But they did increase the speed of all warships by 40%. That is huge. That means we should have much faster fleets now. The damage output for the frigates got increased, at least for tier 10, by 7%. Um, Overall, I think it is interesting. So we lost quite some HP there, gained a lot of armor. I do like the speed. 7% additional damage is also nice to see. But let's see how do the other ships compare. Destroyers slightly increased attack, slightly reduced HP, adjusted the values of shield and armor. The difference between Wyvern and Cthulhu has been reduced. So same thing there, they got closer together. Um, I see 6% reduction in HP for tier 10, 26% reduction in armor, but 36% increase in shield. So, as said before, that is for tier 10. Tier 10 before was the armor heavy type, um, while tier 9 was a shield heavy type. So, just to give you something to compare, same thing with the frigates before. The old tier 9 to tier 10. Tier 9 had 2400 armor and tier 10 had 5000 armor. Now tier 9 has 3400 and tier 10 has 3700. So they got really much closer together there. Um, Same thing, speed increase by 40% and damage output increase by 9%. Cruisers also got adjusted HP, shield, and attack. 22% for tier 10 increase in HP, 6% increase in armor, 21% increase in shield for tier 10. 40% also there for the speed, and only a small increase of around 2% for the attack. So that's for the warships. Um, I think it's an interesting, and I think it's a good change, because cruisers now got really a little bit more tanky, and I think that makes sense. Good. But I will make a dedicated video about these changes and will give you my opinion about how this changes the tiers, which combinations of warships now make most sense, and so on and so on. They added the Auxiliary Flagship system. So after a flagship reaches level 15, we can bring one additional flagship into combat to get HP, shield, armor, damage. And that is very important. We do also get the full effect of the bonuses from the ships. That means all the skills will be 100% there. Leadership of that ship is only added by 50%. But that means your fleets now can get 50% bigger with this additional flagship. The outfitting, meaning weapons and defensive equipment, will not have any effect. They also added an awakening skill to all legendary flagships as soon as it reaches rank 7. This is unique for each flagship. So we have to take a look at this, and I'm pretty sure I will have to rework the tier list for the flagships. Same thing again. Wait for a dedicated video about this. The damage of the flagship's main weapon will be affected by the fleet's leadership. So the higher the lead fleet leadership is, the higher the main damage. I have to check that, how that really works out. Now, after attacking space pirates, you get XP for both the flagships. That is good. Optimize the mechanics of shield. So each spaceship shield will get now calculated to a total shield that then will be used on the entire fleet. This is a huge, huge change. Um, Before, especially if you had something like a frigate, which got one hit, shield gone, frigate gone, no use of the shield at all. Now, if you get the shield from all your warships combined, protecting this frigate, a part of the damage always goes through the shield, but that means only this part, I don't know how much it is, maybe 50%, goes to the HP. The damage is reduced by armor, and yeah, we should see a huge, huge difference there. How tanky fleets will get, and the use of shield should be much, much more valuable now. They did change the Odysseus and Apollo skill up to 70%. Before it was that you have to lose at least 50% of your HP. Now you have to lose only 30%. This is a great change. Um, I do like that. Same for the Titan and Atlas, especially here as they were flagships used for PvP. Losing 50% of your HP is really painful. Losing 30%, I think that's much, much more reasonable. We now have Marauders, Pirates up to level 35 and TTB and CSC up to level 12. We will test this in a second. All my fleets were able to do Pirates level 30. Let's see how far we can get them now. But I will also run level 30, and I did do a few videos from running level 30 yesterday before the patch. I will record this now, and then I will also give you a direct comparison about how the new mechanics really changed the performance of the fleet. Okay, so they did adjust Lost Star Cluster, Ghost Ships, Alien Spirits, Purity Protocol, Secret Signal, and AGN gates. I don't see anything about the fortresses, which is strange, or the other gates, but okay, probably they think we don't have any secondary flagships there. I mean, that makes sense. The secondary flagship will make us a lot more powerful, will allow us to bring much more powerful fleets into battle. So adjusting these things makes sense. They reduce the display power of Imperial frigates, space pirates, and so on and so on. Um, I think that makes sense in a way that at the moment your fleet can battle much, much higher power enemies because how the power values were calculated. They did not account for buffs. I'm wondering that they went this way, that they reduce the display number from NPCs and not that they recalculate the fleet power and additionally show like the real power after buffs and skills. But okay, So it's a very long patch. With the new battle mechanics, we can now better plan and so on and so on. So we get a few events. We get an event to reset our flagships. We do get an event to recast our to reset our flagship. We do get an event to change our warships. That should not be flagship swap event. That should be warship swap event. Um, we do get a crew reset event for purple and orange crew members. Core point modules will be automatically reset, so don't forget to reassign your core modules. And you do get one core reset, you do get one spaceport 45 plan for the crew reset, the crew tree. We get 5 citation devices. So, ah, let's take a look. We do have the fleet adjustment event. Spaceship exchange. That is pretty simple. You can choose whatever spaceship you want, and this is not limited. So you can take this is a tier 3 frigate, and I can change it to a tier 3 cruiser or tier 3 destroyer. So if I say I don't need this frigate anymore, I can just choose how many I want there and exchange them. Strangely, there seems to be a bug, at least here for me, to max these things out. Um, let's see, maybe I can do it here. Ah, okay. Sorry, my mistake. Probably 8 frigates are 24 leadership. I wanted to change them to destroyers. I should have been able to get 2 destroyers. Okay. Um, but I think you do get the idea. You have the tabs here for frigates, destroyers, cruisers, um, and you can just exchange them however you want. As said, it is not limited. You can also change them back, so there's nothing you would lose in any way. Flagship reset. You only have 5 flagship resets. Now, there's a big change for how this event was implemented in Server 1. I'm already expecting either Server 1 got a refund or I can already hear them crying because they did not get the resources refunded. At least that's what I was told. So choose wisely which flagships you are going to reset. You do have some time, you do have 6 days. I will give you a video when I reset my flagships. I will explain you why I reset these flagships. Um, when you reset something like the Prometheus, you do also get Advanced Federation credits, but you will not be able to buy blueprints for the Prometheus in the blueprint shop. Sorry, that was the wrong direction. Here. So as you see, we do have the blueprints that we can buy, and the Prometheus is not here. You can only get Prometheus blueprints from the campaign shop. So if you reset your Prometheus, um, you can do this. Don't get me wrong. You do get your Federation credits, which is great, and you can buy then, for example, Cyclops blueprints if you want to, or Achilles, or whatever you want, as long as it is available in the shop. The same thing is for the VIP flagship. The Hephaestus blueprints are only available in the VIP shop. And then we do have, where do we have it? Um, the Poseidon. The Poseidon also is not available,
Trade Center.
if I remember it right, um, in the blueprint shop. So keep that in mind when you do the resets for any of your ships, that at least for these, you can't buy them. Crew reset. The crew reset is more or less a crew exchange. So we had a reset event before where we could reset our crew members and we got the ID cards back. Now, when we did this, we could use the ID cards that we got back in the reclaim shop to get these reclaim shop points and then exchange them for other data cards here. But I made a video about this and I told you be careful because this is not a one-to-one exchange. And I also told you do not exchange any of the blue or purple ones because we are getting this event. So now it is here. What we now get are these infinite data cards. And you do get these based on um, the rank of your crew member. And then you can go to the events tab and you will find the heroic fame here where you can exchange these one to one. And that's very important. One of these data cards will give you one ID card. And you don't lose anything. This works for legendary and epic, so gold or orange and purple crew members. You got them all here. And you can reset them. But same thing there, be careful. You only have a total of 10 resets. And that is that requires a little bit of thinking who you really want to reset and who you want to keep. So yeah, that's the third and last event. Same thing, I will make a video and show you which crew members I'm going to reset, why I am resetting them to give you a better idea. So Spaceship Exchange, you can play around with that as much as you want. It's unlimited, you do not lose anything. Flagship Reset, you do get a full refund. I didn't calculate if this is everything, but I do assume that this is the full amount of resources you get back here. Um, you can do this 5 times. There are 3 flagships that you cannot get the blueprints in the trade center. That's the Prometheus, the Hephaestus, and the was it Apollo? Um,
Flagship.
quick look. It was Poseidon. Sorry, yeah, Poseidon, the big one. And then crew reset, you can do it 10 times. It's a one-to-one exchange, so this is really great. You do get XP and these data cards. Um, maybe if you are a big
Wyvern.
whale, you might come to the limit. You can only exchange 500 of them. Um, I think for most players this is not a problem. I can think about a few whales that will get into the 500 data card limit. Um, so yeah, for these whales, be careful, keep in mind you got a 500 ID card limit here. And yeah, that is the patch so far. I hope you will enjoy the patch. I am really, really excited about it. I am going to spend a little time now to get into the details of this. I will upload more videos tomorrow and the day after tomorrow about the different parts. You do have 6 days for the exchange events, so don't rush things. Think about them very carefully, what you want to exchange. You only have 5 flagships and 10 crew members you can exchange, so don't make any mistakes there. As usual, please subscribe to my channel, give the video a thumbs up. Um, Let me know what you are going to reset, why you reset it, what you are going to get instead of it. I'm really curious to hear about this. If you already made some experiences with changed warships or the
Flagship.
updated flagships. We didn't look into the flagships yet, I know, but the video is getting quite long. So I will make also a dedicated video where we go into the new skills that you get when you rank up to 7. And where we look at our auxiliary ships that we can now use a second flagship in our fleet. So as you can see, now we do have the option to add a second flagship. I can think about some really nice and interesting things there, especially for farming, where you increase your resource gathering quite a lot. As you see, I also do get, let me take this out again, remove. Now I have 16,000 leadership. If I do add another flagship, I do get additional leadership. Surprisingly, that is less than 50%. Um, I can't imagine that leadership boost 880. Ah, okay, I'm sorry, it's very low. If I take a bigger one, I do get like 2K. Ah, yeah, and that's very important. Keep in mind that's the leadership boost from the flagship. A big part of your leadership is coming from your military headquarters. So I get 9,000 leadership from the military headquarters. Then you do have additional skills, crew members, and so on and so on. You do have your core modules. So the amount of leadership coming from the flagships is much smaller. For my Prometheus, it's 4,700, 5,000 for my Prontus. So yeah, keep that in mind. But the skills will be added, so I will do another video about this. And yeah, subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, let me know what you think in the comments, join our Discord, and I see you all on the next video again.